So, hello to everybody and welcome to our Paptic open house today. My name is Tommi Lehtisalo. I'm in charge for the Paptic e-com and bag applications. I will shortly go through what we are speaking about today with you, about what the material is, about its availability, about the changes in the multi-channel packaging requirements, about case Stockmann, of course, and how the actual packages will be made. Finally, I will wrap up the whole thing for you. So Paptic is truly unique packaging material combining high performance and sustainability. It is 100% wood cellulose based. All the additives are commonly used in paper and board manufacturing. There are no harmful substances in production. And the material has also ISECA certificate for the food contact. Of course, the material is recyclable with cardboard and paper. We as the sole material supplier, we are delivering white material starting from 45 up to 140 GSM for the converting companies. And of course, our major thing is to combine also the same mindset owing converters to the selected brands who are in touch with us directly. Okay, I will also discuss why the actual package is different and what are really the performance and functionality benefits. About the performance as such, our material is water and high humidity resistant and very strong. So this means that in the actual fulfillment and delivery process there will be less breakages and also of course then decreased cost for the replacement and customer satisfaction. And of course there will be less amount of lost business due to complicated returns and poor customer experience. So this is the performance axis, but still to discuss more on the functionality. What I mean with soft and adaptive material, so it's more flexible, it is more efficient. So instead of boxes, we can ship things in this type of mailers, even heavier ones. So we will ship less air. That will lead to savings in logistics and packing. And what we have received from Stockmann Fulfillment Center operations is that it is easy to pack and close solution. So instead of static with the plastic, it is non-existent, highly flexible, easy to pack things and close. Okay, about case Stockmann and the mailers, about the award-winning choice for Stockmann. And there the idea was really to replace the existing plastic mailers. They have chosen 3 different sizes, S, M, L, and we have received very positive feedback from their fulfillment and packaging operations. So like said, it's soft, easy to pack, no static electricity, and also of course easy to close. About consumer feedback, we have received also, since we started some months ago, we have received only positive vibes from the environment, from the consumers, and this is the same like with Sokos, so it truly elevates the contribution to sustainable action. You might have heard that we have recently won also the Best Nordic E-commerce Packaging Award, the ScanStar, which allows us now to apply for the World Star next. Still about the ScanStar 2020 awards. These are, how to say, comments from the jury referees' comments about the fiber-based plastic replacing material that was really developed by Paptic is a moisture resistant and durable. Of course, it takes less space and it is faster to fill. And according to jury, material solution to be sorted for fiber recycling is a step in the right direction. Okay, in general, about the Paptic Tringa mailer solution, we can say that we have material, you have already seen the 80 GSM material, 110, and also we have some lower grammage like 60 GSM. It works also for the, how to say, not so heavy items or clothes. And this, of course, opens the idea of replacing also the plastic polybags with lower weight material. So for this, basically, I would say that if you start to think of it, we have this 45 GSM Paptic Tringa, which is now shown in this gift wrapping. So I can open and show it. So it's very soft, partly transparent as well, and highly durable. And how to use this material is that, of course, you can use the packing machines that you have on site, which actually add the edge sealing adhesive required, or you can, of course, use these readily made pouches with closable flaps, like in this case here. Or you can use the bigger size siege like A3 to A2 for simple product wrapping. For example, with these Paptic stickers. All these are possible choices today. And of course we have the Kavia crates for the direct sealing and packing machines if you require readily coated sheets for their machines. Okay, couple of things about how to convert Paptic. So we can say that the regular paper converting and production lines are utilized. The material has good runnability and compatibility with the regularly used inks and adhesives. Use of lighter material is also possible, like you have seen here. Because normally the mailers are not something like 60 GSM, they are much higher in substance. And what I mean with adaptive material is that it's easily foldable, it's machinable and stable against high humidity conditions. What is also good to note that there are new machinery emerging into the market which are utilizing these lower basis weights. So especially replacing the low weight plastic packaging. And of course both of these are possible with either with Paptic Tringa or with Paptic Kavia. Okay, to sum up things, wrap up things. So we can say that with Paptic Tringa, the brands can really enlarge their sustainable material operating window. And adaptive material is also resulting in less package breakages, better fulfillment and packing performance, and higher consumer to brand satisfaction. All this is generating cost savings compared to traditional solutions currently available. Material is soft, it's easy to pack, mechanically durable, and water resistant. It's adaptive, and there is no static electricity, and you can really result in a higher packaging efficiency. So we can say that Paptic Tringa and the case Stockman has been a really eye-opener for numerous companies looking for change.
And continuing on the e-commerce, Jukka Rovamaa next in line. Jukka is the head of business development in UK, and Jukka will elaborate on a cost breakdown of the e-commerce value chain. Very interesting. Jukka, you're next up.
Hi there, my name is Jukka and I'm connecting from the UK. So today I will be sharing some thoughts around the actual cost of e-commerce packaging. Most of the times the discussion is centered around the actual package and its cost, but there is a lot more to it. So we have put together a bit of a scenario here to illustrate the different cost elements and the actual cost of using one e-commerce packaging solution versus another one. So basically, if you look at this scenario, we have calculated this based on using 100,000 mailers per year. So we have compared the different packaging alternatives you have, white, brown kraft mailers, Paptic mailer, the bioplastic mailer, the cotton box option, and looked at the different cost elements here, the cost of the package, the storage, packing, shipping, and the returns. And as you can notice that the cost of the package is in this process has the biggest impact on cost if you exclude the cost of shipping. So in this scenario, you will see that using white or brown kraft mailers would be the most affordable option. At least as it looks like in this kind of very simple, straightforward cost calculation. But then I would like to get your attention on two other elements here. The first one is the breakages, and especially the breakages in transit. It's as you may know, it's estimated that a package gets handled around 20 times, which is many times. So the risk of actually damage to the package and the good it can be pretty high. For example, Ameripen, which is the American Institute for Packaging and the Environment, estimates that about 7 to 10% of packages arrive to customers with some level of damage, and of course, the impact in terms of cost can be very high. If you think that a damaged product requires a return shipment, the reissue of a package, replacement of the good, potentially some reimbursements. So many people involved in the process. So the cost can be very, very high. According to PMMI, for example, the Association for Packaging Processing Technologies, says that replacing a damaged product can cost an e-commerce vendor up to 17 times more than the original cost to ship. So looking at this, it's an important element to consider. Now, in this scenario, we have used a breakage rate here for Paptic of 0.5%, which is very, very low, and then comparing that to, for example, kraft and white and brown kraft mailers, there we have used 1% breakage factor, considering the fact that Paptic tear resistant is about the double compared to the white and the brown kraft mailers. Also because it resists much better to water and humidity. Then for the bioplastic in this scenario, we have used 0.1% due to the fact that it resists even better to water, mainly, and for the cotton box also, just to have a bit of an understanding here, 0.1% also. So as you can see here, the cost considers that it needs to the goods needs to be replaced. So and the cost of the replaced goods is about 25 pounds in this scenario. But if you consider these elements, then you can see that the adjusted cost after this breakages, it's pretty similar throughout the different mailer alternatives. The cotton box remains in its own category here. So this is one. So after this, consider these breakages element, you see that the cost differences, there is not big cost differences any longer for this kind of very low level minor rate of breakages. Then the other consideration, big consideration also, is the loss of potential business due to unhappy shoppers. So here you have to consider that there are many different aspects that can have a negative impact to the shopping experience. First of all, you have the impact of receiving a damaged product. There is a report that estimates that 58% of customers say that their relationship with an e-retailer would be impacted if they received a damaged product. So that's for one. Then you have the impact of complicated returns. So there is another report that suggests that 85% of customers won't order more products from a brand if returns are complicated or inconvenient. On the other hand, 95% will happily buy more if returns are easy. So I mean this is pretty important especially in a sector where returns are pretty normal, especially if you consider, for example, the fashion industry, where people try out clothes and then just ship back if they don't like it or it doesn't fit. So to have this kind of complicated returns will probably negatively impact or at least reduce the chances of the customer buying more. Then you have the impact of complicated disposal. I'm thinking a lot about disposing, for example, carton boxes. Put them into pieces. It takes a lot of space in the garbage bin. So this has also been there are surveys that say that this has created a lot of frustration with shoppers and negative shopping experiences. Then you have the impact of poor quality or non-differentiated package. Here you have to consider that the shopper is no longer seeing the product on the shelf as and that's the first impact or the first touch point, but is actually the package that comes home. So the package has either the opportunity to enhance the brand experience, or have this already creating a bit of a mixed feeling of receiving something that either is damaged or doesn't look really good or is bulky. So that also will have an impact. So here in this scenario, we put Paptic here as a benchmark because Paptic kind of combines a lot of elements or that kind of would help the shopping experience. I'm thinking here for example, the easy sealing, the touch and feel that is a bit different, the high quality print and outlook, the recyclability, the environmental credentials. So all this combined creates definitely gives a bit of an edge compared to the other solutions you have on the market, compared to the craft and white mailer alternatives. For example, here the chances of having a damaged product or a damaged package is more likely because it's less resistant to water and humidity, and the tear resistance is lower. In terms of bioplastic, it remains a plastic feel, so that could have a negative feeling for some customers today. And the cotton boxes, of course, you have the complicated handling, disposal, returns, the shopping experience overall, if it's a brown cotton box, not printed, and so forth. So it's maybe there that you have the biggest challenge today. So here you will notice that the bottom line looks very different again, and this shows that selecting a certain e-commerce package is very important. Of course, these are scenarios. Every company has its own dynamics and situation, so it cannot really be mirrored everywhere in the same way. But I think here the main point was really kind of to try to start the discussion, maybe give some new ideas. Maybe for some it will be to have a closer look at these additional cost elements as well, maybe trying to monitor them somehow in order to take the next packaging decisions. I'm here for any questions you may have. Thank you for listening in here today.